Unwanted Attention, Volume 2. Um, just quick clips, as quick as I can make them, about if somebody's giving you unwanted attention and the different variations of that. So, hope you watched and enjoyed and liked and shared Unwanted Attention Volume 1. In this one, I want to go over something that I see quite often when I am at work as a door supervisor. Fancy with the bouncer. People trying to get taxis. Now, if you are going to go home on a night out, which you probably will do at some point, don't walk alone. Even if you're a well-built, confident man, don't walk home alone at night. If you can, always walk as a group. Better than a group is get a taxi. If you're going to be getting a taxi, get a licensed taxi. Don't just jump into some random car who goes, yeah, I'll drop you off there. Plan before you go out on your night out. If you don't know the area that you're going out in, do a quick internet search, find a taxi number, put it in your phone. Better yet, find a taxi service, all agree on it, phone them before you go out, book your taxi for whatever time it is you think you'll be there, book it from a location that you all know or that is central to town, so that should you all get lost and get mixed up, everybody knows if anything happens, 1:30, outside the clock across from the road from the betting shop, everybody meet up there. It's a good idea to always on a night out have a designated meet-up place. If anybody gets lost, we go back to the last pub we're in. Meet you there, right? Because not everybody has the phone. Some people go out with their phones with no charge. Anyway, unwanted attention with taxis. While you're all waiting for taxis, and this happens not so much at taxi ranks because it's everyone's in queue. This is just outside fast food places, outside a nightclub, outside a row of pubs, where it's just we phoned a taxi a while ago and we're waiting for something to show up. You do get everybody just going over to the passenger window going, are you for Dave, you for Tom, you for John, you for Alice, who are you here for? Who yeah, oh yeah, that's me. Most taxi places now, when you book them, they'll send you a text message saying, thank you for booking with blah blah blah. They'll send you another text message saying your taxi's been dispatched. When it shows up, they'll send you a text message saying it's a blue Ford registration plate XPO, whatever. They'll tell you the make, the model, the colour, and the registration. Right? So you know it's your taxi. If someone's trying to get into your taxi, do feel free to tell the taxi driver, I've just got the text, it's this car. If they're going to get aggressive and violent, let it go. Phone another taxi. It means another 20-minute wait. So be it. It's better that than getting into a fight with somebody over a taxi. Again, if you get into a fight with somebody over them stealing your taxi, is it a life-threatening situation that you desperately need to get into that particular taxi right now? Is it? Or is it a case of, that's my taxi, I'm not going to be bullied by the world? It's your ego. It's your ego forcing you to have a fight over a taxi. If this guy is being such a dick that he feels the need to steal a taxi from you, let him. Let the taxi driver deal with this type of asshole. The taxi driver, by always, should tell the other guy to get out the car because he hasn't booked it. If he doesn't, don't worry about it. If the taxi driver doesn't tell the other guy to get out, if the taxi driver doesn't say, well, actually, they've booked, you haven't, sling your hook, then this isn't a guy you want to be driving anyway. This isn't a guy you want to be having to give a tip to at the end of the night anyway. So, make it clear when you meet up with people, because you will if you're drunk start chatting to anybody around you. If you do make a nice new friend, make it clear that where you're going is going to be out of their way. Ask them where they're going. Don't tell them where you're going. Say, if they say, oh, can we share a taxi? Go, oh, where are you going, mate? If they tell you where they're going, say, it's completely the opposite direction where we're going. We've got to get back. We've booked it, especially because we've got to get back. We've got to be up early in the morning. We can't really be going all around the houses. If they say, where are you going? Ask them, depends, mate, where are you going? If they get funny about that, that's a clean indication that we don't want to be sharing a taxi with them. Right? If they start to get aggressive over the fact that you won't tell them where you're going, tell them you're going somewhere completely different. Right? If you're going somewhere that you know is left, tell them you're going somewhere that is right. Tell them you're going in completely opposite direction. If they say, oh yeah, we're going there, go, we're not. I just thought, you don't need to tell them that. Go, all right, well, it's kind of, no. Act a little bit, lie a little bit. Try, if you can, though, to never ever give information about where you're going. Let them tell you where they're going first. Okay, so one, you're not telling random strangers where you're headed. Two, when they say, "Oh, I'm headed such and such," go, "Ah, we're not going to such and such. We're going the completely opposite way of such and such. It's totally out of our way. Sorry, mate." If they do this and they're really pressuring you, when your taxi shows up, ask the taxi driver for a card. Most taxi drivers will have a card. Take the card, hand it to the guy, and go, "I've just had a word with them. If you phone that, they'll send you one really quickly." And then get in the car, right? It's vitally important that we don't let the guy, or whoever it might be, don't tell them where you're going. Don't let them get in the car with you. It's very important that you use, be polite, be friendly, but make sure your language and your body language tells them you won't be sharing a taxi with us. You're not getting in this car with us. You don't have to be aggressive about it. If you can, try not to be aggressive with it, because as soon as you go, "Mate, just fuck off, you ain't sharing a taxi." "Hey, pal, I'm just being friendly, mate. There's no need to talk to me like that, you dick." And then, Springer syndrome. Be polite. If somebody is still pressuring you and just annoying you after you've said very firmly, "Mate, you won't be sharing a taxi with us. We don't know you. We're not going in the same direction as you. You're not getting in the car with us." Depending on the numbers, you can always play, "Mate, look, there's already going to be 4 of us in a car. There's not going to be any room, mate. Sorry." If you've said all this and the guy is still pushing, there will probably be security somewhere. There will probably be a bouncer somewhere. Ask them to do something about it. If they go, "Oh, sorry, mate, that's the pavement. It's not my door." Bullshit. We're outside your venue. You have a duty of care to look after us. Bouncers will stand and watch you and wait with you to make sure you are safe until your taxi shows up. If you're outside their venue, even if you're on the pavement and you are being harassed and you say, "Mate, can you just wait with us or do something to make sure this guy doesn't get in the car with us?" They will do. You might have to take a step off the pavement and step back onto their venue's property, but there's a duty of care to look after people. This syndrome that's going around with bouncers these days, where it's like, "Well, you're out of the door, you're nothing to do with me," horse shit, and you're a shit bouncer and you should have your license taken off you. From the moment you start your shift to the moment you end, you have a duty of care for the people. So if you are in this situation, feel free to talk to the bouncers. If you start talking to the bouncer and the guy suddenly goes, "Oh, fuck this," and starts this, not just goes to the other couple of doors down, but makes his way away down the street, tell the bouncer that to me is predatory behaviour. You might want to radio control and let them keep an eye on him. Because if he suddenly disappeared as soon as you start talking to someone who an authority figure, that should tip you off that there's something going wrong. So, Unwanted Attention Volume 2 with taxis. Try not to get overly friendly with people you've only just met. I understand you're probably going to be drunk, and that's a difficult thing because you want to be in love with the world when you're drunk. Be firm but polite with your language. Let them know they're not sharing a taxi. If you are telling them you're not getting in the taxi with us, even if we're going along on your way, don't make the mistake of making any physical contact. So don't do something where you push them back up, "Mate, you ain't getting in that taxi." Don't put your hand on the guy's hand. "Oh, I'm very sorry, dear, but no." Because what's happening there is you're holding on. You're telling me I can't come with you, but you're also holding on so I can't leave of my own accord. It's mixed signals, which it won't hold up in court or anything like that, but we've got to be very careful. Sod court, deal with the guy in front of you there and then. If I'm giving this guy mixed signals, it's going to complicate matters, and he might think, "Yeah, come on, just ask again and we'll get you in the taxi." So you need to be firm, be polite, let them tell you where they're going so you can say, "I'm not going in that direction, sorry, mate." If they still don't take the hint, tell security, tell the bouncers, tell them to just keep an eye on you. Go and stand with the bouncers until the taxi shows up. No one's going to steal your taxi because, as we've gone over, the taxi company will text you to say what car is yours. Just little things like this. Be vigilant, keep your head about your shoulders. Don't stand by the edge of the road on the pavement away from everybody else waiting for your taxi to show up. Stand in the well-lit area by the door, not in front of the door, but by a door, by security, where people can see you. So that if people see you being harassed, You can make eye contact with someone and go, ugh, and go and stand by them. You can go back into the venue. If it's a late night place where it's a row of fast food shops, you can then go and stand in. If you're a woman, you'll probably get away with this. Not so much if you're a man. If you're a woman, stand inside, and if the staff give you a funny look, go, do you mind if I just wait in here till my taxi comes? Because there's a guy out there who's really creeping me out. They should let you. If they don't let you, immediately the following day, get on stuff like TripAdvisor and Yelp and write a review and say, this place is not friendly. We were very worried about a guy. We asked if we could stay inside, and the staff said no, we couldn't. Screw them. Report this type of stuff. If you've got bar staff who say, oh, fuck off, nothing to do with us, report them. See if you can get their name. They probably won't give you the name, but do put a description of what they look like, because we need to out these bad bouncers. We need to out these bad security people who don't look after people. Gone slightly off the taxi thing, but it still stays. Pre-book your taxi if you can. Arrange for it at a time and place. They should send you a text message at the end of the night when you're about an hour maybe away from getting picked up. Give the taxi company a bell and go, I'm just confirming that you are still picking us up at blah, 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 blah. They'll say yes. If you do this, or even when you pre-book it earlier in the day, ask if they do send you a text message saying it's been dispatched and blah, blah, blah. Ask if they could do that for you. They'll be happy to do it. Make sure you wait for the taxi in a well-lit area where lots of people are mingling about. If you are being harassed and the guy hasn't taken no for an answer and you've been firm and polite when you've done it, talk to the security. If there's a police officer passing by, flag them down. It's what they're there for. I hope this helps. Any questions or comments? Let me know. Please do like and share this. And as always, stay vigilant.